Welcome, you're listening to Don't Revive Me Bro, the Battlefield Community Podcast.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of the Don't Revive Me Bro Battlefield Community Podcast. I'm your co-host, Colin, and with me as always, for the month of April at least, is Mr. Chris Red Dragons. How you doing, man?
Pretty well. How about yourself?
I can't complain. I just got my PC today, got it running at lunchtime, and I didn't record my first matches.
Oh, what a waste!
Well, I didn't get Frapp set up, but it's bad, and I can assure everyone that it's going to continue to be really, really, really bad for days and days. So there's lots of fail to come.
Right on. With us, we have Britt from HDSHT.
What's going on, Chris? And Colin.
Hello.
And as well, we have Jimmy the Snake, the ultimate montage maker.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Jimmy. Britt, so do you want to kind of explain what you are, or who you are, and what you're all about? I guess you'd probably do a better job than I can.
Sure, why not? I can try. Basically, I run headshot.com. It's spelled headshot without vowels, yeah. And it's up there on the stream as well as on Twitter and so on. But basically, it's a YouTube-like community specifically for FPS gamers, and been up and running for, at this point in time, almost live for 6 months, and have been working on it for about 8 months total. And just trying to build a community for gamers that like to show off their video skills and their gaming skills. There's a huge community on YouTube, and as we all know, and as you guys know, and trying to have some fun with building another video community, so to say, and test the waters and just see what the response is, and that's it. That's a general overview.
The general overview. We'll expand on that a bit later. Yeah. How about you, Jimmy? You want to explain a little bit about yourself, how people know you, everything?
Like you had mentioned, I do make montages mostly for the for COD videos, for Call of Duty series, but been looking to expand into Battlefield and some Medal of Honor, perhaps some Crisis. It's just something I do in my spare time. I'm usually stuck working like everybody else, and I feel like it's a way to pretty much express myself, through a creative outlet. So I make these videos.
Right on. And I kind of know you, and I guess probably others from the Battlefield community would know you from being on Colin's channel. That would be a couple months ago, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, that was, I forget if it was the end of last year or the first of this year, but anyway, I just randomly ran into Jimmy playing World at War a long time ago, and he kicked my ass, but he was really nice about it. And somebody told me, you probably are going to wind up in a montage, and I had no idea. So I knew his gamer tag was Jimmy the Snake, so I searched around a bit and found his channel on YouTube and watched a couple of his videos, and they were amazing. So, as you recall, last year, I would have gone through and done the showcase series where people that I thought were doing great things on YouTube that weren't necessarily receiving the views or the recognition they deserved, put a video of theirs up on my channel, and it was primarily obviously Battlefield content, but what Jimmy was doing, it really, really impressed me. So I've always enjoyed watching his gameplay. So I mean, this is almost from fanboy status. I love watching him play, and the editing that he does is out of this world. So I was all over that and was happy that he put the video up that he did. It was amazing, absolutely amazing, and it did well on my channel, and I think it's doing well on your channel as well. So it probably deserves 20 times the views that it has, but it was awesome. So I think that Jimmy, you take the whole video making, video game cinema idea to a whole new level. You put a lot of work into all your videos. So
Thank you.
I'd be interested from my perspective, just hearing sort of what the process is, like how much time do you put into videos and what goes into it, the tools you're using, because I know that you've been working with Headshot and making some promo stuff as well. So, just to give folks an idea of the quality of material that's going up on Headshot, because I know you post your stuff up there.
Yeah, I ran into an article that Britt had written a while back. I'm not sure exactly when, but it was along the lines of the new COD games pretty much nerfing the ability to snipe, and how people were making all these creative videos, and how the content was starting to slow down because they had taken it away from the community. And I read that article, and I followed it to the website, and I saw that this was a great idea. This was such a great way to expand on what YouTube is already doing in like a little private section. I mean, this is completely built around gamers in general. So I started putting videos up on there, and every chance I get, I pretty much talk about Headshot. I mean, I want people to get involved with it. I know people are going to like it, especially hardcore gamers.
Mm-hmm. So what are you trying to accomplish with Headshot, Britt?
What am I trying to accomplish? It has completely changed over the last 6 months. To be honest with you, like when I launched the site, I thought people were gonna just flood the site. People were gonna be stoked about it, excited about it, and that response hasn't been there. And so it's been a complete learning experience for me. And I think that's the biggest and best part about this whole thing is, you sometimes you come up with ideas that you think are good, and people will latch onto, and they prove you wrong, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So at this point in time, my goal is really to, I've put some feelers out there, whether people are still excited about it or want to, participate on Headshot and stuff like that. And right now, I think my goal is to try and keep this thing up and running for, at least another six months to a year,
Mm-hmm.
and commit to that. And really, what I would love to see, at this point in time with YouTube and that whole community, I don't expect people to stop posting videos on YouTube. That would be ridiculous of me or Headshot to be like, okay, everyone just come right on over and don't post your videos on YouTube, because there is a massive community already there.
Right.
That will remain there. And Headshot, whatever, can't compete currently with that community. So really what I would like to see is just, grow the community on Headshot, grow a more positive community that is, here to kind of encourage and uplift these, people that are making these videos and the gameplays and so on. That's what excites me, is that it can be we can take the positive things from YouTube, so to say, and really grow on that. So it's I'm still learning what I want to do with this site, to be completely honest with you, because it's completely changed over the last few months. So
Yeah, I totally understand. DRMB's only been running for 3 months, and you say you've been up for 6 months. I guess that's a pretty short time span in the internet. So learning what'll make it better and how to bring people to the site and everything else. And that's why we wanted to have you on, because I think people need to know about you, and I need to know that there's an alternative to all the YouTube BS and everything else.
Right. And really, again, I guess when I think about it, Headshot versus YouTube, I don't see any reason why people can't do both. I know there's a little bit of concern with maybe splitting their audience, or who's going to do what and where and why and so on. But at the end of it, I think about YouTube and I think about Headshot, and I don't see any reason why people who are posting their videos on YouTube couldn't still post them on Headshot. Like there's no bad repercussions for doing that. So
yeah.
Well, I think the thing is, that's positive if a community like Headshots to succeed. I get like a ton of messages now with people wondering, can you take a look at my content? Can you let me know what you think? And if you already have a strong community where, people are friendly and are sharing videos and sort of what you're trying to build with Headshot, that's a place for someone like that to go as well, because I think you have a setup where anyone can set up a profile and attempt to, share videos and get feedback and that sort of thing. And I think that that's a good thing. Like, you don't want to get to the point where anyone can post just any old thing on the site. But to have a place where people know, you're going to go there, you're going to find some good content. It's not necessarily, strictly Battlefield. Like we have a couple of Battlefield community type initiatives going on, whether it's Don't Revive Me Bro, pixelenemyRevive, that sort of thing. But, FPS gaming in general. And YouTube is, everyone kind of has this idea now that you want to get on YouTube and get huge on YouTube, which is really, really tough to do. And it's tough to get eyes on your videos without going begging for views and begging for shout outs and that sort of thing. But if you have community sites like yours where people know they have a captive audience of like hardcore gamers that are interested in FPS content, then if you get a critical mass there, then I think that's a really attractive place to go and try out the craft of video making. And you have guys like Jimmy posting videos there, which are second to none. So I think that the caliber is definitely there, and I think that's something that people should aspire to. So I do think it's positive. I certainly hope it takes off, and we'll definitely do what we can to support it and help it grow.
Yeah. And Mass has been posting a couple of videos there as well, right?
He has, yeah, absolutely. And both Colin and Mass, I talked to late last year, and kind of when Headshot was getting off the ground, and honestly, Mass was the main influencer as far as getting the HD, both Mass and Jimmy, I'd say, getting the HD functionality done on the site. At that, for a couple months there was, you could only watch videos in 360p, and we were encoding them in HD resolutions, but at the time I didn't want to bite the bullet and move into HD bandwidth and associated issues and costs and so on. But really, Mass said, if you're going to do it, just do it. And, and it made sense to me once I started thinking about it. Jimmy and Mass and all these guys, you invest money and time into buying good hardware and being able to record in 720 or 1080p and higher, so that you guys really want to show off your content in a higher resolution, and it looks better, and that's how it's meant to be watched, if people can watch it that way. So he was a big influencer, and Jimmy posting the videos up and just seeing how amazing his videos are, it's just like they were begging to be watched in a higher resolution. So
see, I wouldn't have pushed you towards that, because when you have them in 360p, my videos are kind of on a level playing field. But my internet's so bad, I only render them out at about a third of what Jimmy does. So, yeah, when he actually sent me the video for my channel, I'm the only one who probably got the opportunity to watch that before YouTube chewed it to pieces. I mean, it still looked amazing, but to see it in the settings he renders it out at, it was absolutely mind-blowing. Actually, for everyone on the live stream, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my YouTube channel, which I'll put that up on the stream here as well, and I'll set Jimmy's video up as the feature right now, so you can go check it out. You guys carry on while I do that.
Thanks, Colin.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Colin and Chris kind of was asking Jimmy about your setup as far as what you do, with your videos and what software you use. I don't think you ever really kind of got to that. Did you want to talk a little bit about how you?
Yeah, I could. I could break it down.
Yeah.
I use that Hophog HD PVR, the personal video recorder, and I run the component cables from the 360 right into the back of that, and then I bring that right into a laptop that I have next to my setup. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a picture. I put it up on Twitter a while back. It looked like a space station, but there's a laptop on the right that records all the footage. Then from there, I take what I want, bits and pieces, and I bring it over to my main computer, which, again, like you had mentioned, I kind of went a little out of the way, and I spent that extra $1 to get that, the RAM I needed to render in 720p and stuff like that without waiting for a couple days for a 5-second clip. So once I get it over here, I use Sony Vegas Pro. I think it's 9.0, this version, and there I start to chop it up into pieces, and I bring it back and forth between that and After Effects, CS5, Adobe After Effects, and basically whatever comes to my mind as far as when I'm making this, I just bring it into After Effects, I test out some kind of special effect, and I just try to achieve what I can picture in my head, and I take bits and pieces from that. I mean, it changes as I make the montage. It's never coming out exactly how I had planned it, so I bring it back into Sony Vegas when I'm done and piece it together. I mean, you see the end product.
And how long does that usually take you for your standard montage?
A while.
Yeah. I mean, for let's say Red, I felt like I even rushed a little bit, and that one took probably like a month and a half, 2 months, and mostly because, I work a full-time job, and I'm in construction actually, so I'm in Manhattan working, or I'm in like the Brooklyn Navy Yard. When I get home at night, I have like a few hours to, hang out, eat something, watch a movie and go to bed or edit. So
right.
In the PG period, the pre-girlfriend period, my girlfriend's sitting 10 feet to my right, but I used to come home and just, edit as much as I could because I loved it. I mean, it's such a creative thing to do. So with that spare time, it'd probably take me a couple weeks of straight editing after work to put something together that I feel like it has enough caliber to even put up for somebody to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Huh. And so what kind of computer do you run? Like what specs do you need to be able to do this, quickly and efficiently?
Let me see. I got an HP Pavilion. It's the I remember researching this when I first went to go get it. It's the 112Y. That's the model number. But basically, I was looking for at least 8 gigs of RAM, so I can do multi-core processing. I mean, somebody's gonna yell at me if I get some specs wrong here, but I needed enough, virtual memory and physical RAM to render these clips. Nothing too special on the video card side, because you're going through Sony Vegas or After Effects.
Right.
I mean, this computer is definitely not set up to play Battlefield or anything like that. I mean, I tried it, and it was a wreck. It was like a crime scene. But for editing-wise, you can definitely get it done. You know what I mean? You just need enough RAM, and you need the right programs and tools, and you definitely need a vision. That's basically it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's what there's a lot of people out there now that have the tools, like most of us that are putting videos on YouTube. Like I've got the HD PVR, I've got some editing software. What you have that a very, very few people have is that vision. That to put like you're incredibly creative. I'm actually surprised that you're not pursuing something like this professionally, because man, it's unreal what you pull off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd love to be doing that. Yeah.
Is this anything you ever went to school for, or are you totally self-taught?
Yeah, I got like a long dramatic background story, but basically in high school, I mean, that is what I was shooting for. I did want to do some sort of video editing or media production, in that field. As it turned out, you make some bad life choices early on that you never know are going to affect you later on, but ultimately I ended up in the construction business because it pays to, like, it keeps you alive, it keeps you going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, it's out of necessity and not want. I mean, I want to be editing on a full-time basis. Britt and I have talked about this, countless times.
Yeah.
I don't know. That I wish I was doing that, but maybe down the road I can see myself pushing more into the media production field.
Right on. And Britt, are you into the making videos or just the featuring the videos? I apologize. I should know this, but
no,
I don't.
It's fine. I have made a few videos. I posted them up on Headshot, but I've been so swamped with working on Headshot and working to keep Headshot alive with other freelance projects that that whole side of video making has completely fallen off, which, I didn't want to make Headshot to feature my videos. That's the last thing. I have featured one video, which is simply our initiative, like the first intro video that we made for Headshot, and I had like an art direction kind of background for that video. I didn't produce it, so to say. But again, Headshot isn't for my stuff. It's for people like Jimmy. It's for people like you, Colin. It's for people like Moss. It's for anyone who loves what they do and makes videos and is creative. It's for those people to post their stuff. So, it was never built for me to show off my videos. I just, I saw the potential and I saw really amazing things that people are doing. And, I wanted to have a piece of that, so to say. I wanted to be a part of that process. If that means creating a site and then posting it up on the site, then I'm happy with that. And someone had asked, what is the purpose of Headshot when we have YouTube? And I agree with that question, or the want or the need to ask that question. Why is there Headshot even out there? I think to me, I have a history of shooting like for the stars rather than just trying to do something simple or something really straightforward. I'd rather go big and either make it big or go out feel really badly. And right now it's kind of right in the middle. I don't feel like I'm doing either, which I think is good, because that means it's Headshot's still alive and people can still have fun with it. But I just think there is really no other community for gamers, FPS specific gamers, to post videos. Maybe MLG, Major League Gaming, they have the ability to post videos, but I don't really see that as being, they have a very specific purpose in that being competitive gaming. So I wanted to create a site to focus on just that video community and really, as I've said before, why does YouTube get to have all the fun? I want a piece of that, as far as people uploading their videos. And honestly, I've watched every single video that has been uploaded, which is only about I think right now 315, 320 videos or so. So luckily I have the time and am able to, and it's not that crazy. And whether I comment or like or don't do anything, I've watched everyone's videos, and most of them multiple times. And I just personally, I have satisfaction in seeing people using the site and doing something with it. So
stay tuned to pixelenemyRevive for part 2 of this week's podcast.